Hello, Philip and Jean. I'm just a small YouTuber. But I came to say that, I don't think Heeseung wanted to leave ENHYPEN. If he did, that's good for him, and I'm gonna support him and all that stuff. But I don't think this was his decision. I think the company is forcing him to do it. I took some notes, a little notebook. Um, let me find them. Okay. So I've just been kind of noting everything that's been going on to kind of share with people because this whole thing just kind of seems suspicious to me. So, first there's like the boss guy, Bang Z Hayek. We're just gonna call him Bang Z. Z. Okay. He's like a boss at Hive or something. He's behind popular groups like BTS and stuff. So the thing with little Bang Z over here is, he's accused of ILLICIT trading, moving 12 billion won into crypto, and he's facing life in prison. So, Hyde is known for taking their idols that are most popular and like sacrificing them basically to keep attention away from the bad publicity. I'm not saying that Heesung didn't want this, but I'm simply saying I don't think he wanted this. If he wanted it, that's good for him. I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna support him either way. But if this isn't something he wants, we need to speak out, engines. Okay, another thing. Um, Other idols and staff were not aware of the decision. So I don't know if this is actually true, but this girl allegedly has a screenshot of something Jungwon posted, but Belief took down of him saying the members were not aware of Heesung leaving. So there's that, and then take Yi Chan from 82 Major. Yesterday on his live, he kind of was like shocked and showed raw emotion that Heesung was leaving, and you could hear it in his voice. Okay, next. This one's alleged, but allegedly Heesung was seen crying and crashing out in the high building, and I've also heard allegedly he passed out or something. But that's all alleged. Also alleged, all official statements were AI coded. If you don't know what I mean by AI coded, take for example, teachers nowadays use a little app that tells you if like your student used AI for their essay. That's basically what I mean by AI coded is someone used an app like that and it said that their official statements were AI. Next, what's weird to me is all the information was posted on ENHYPEN's X account, X Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It was posted there. Most of the time when something like this is happening with a group, they'll post it on the company's official thing, and they didn't do that. Next, I don't really know how this has to do with the Heesung situation, but my friend told me to add it in. Um, JYP stepped down as CEO of JYP Entertainment, so there's that. March 8th, Heesung did a fan call and was talking about how they're trying to tour in Europe, and then just 2 days later, he stepped down. So why would he say they were planning to tour in Europe if he wasn't going to be in the tour? And I kind of think that that's strange. Kind of weird, but whatever. Moving on. Um, Here's a big thing that's kind of weird with me. What I'm thinking is weird. If Heesung knew for a while that he wanted to leave, right? If the company just gave him the okay to leave, you gotta put this into context. They just released the Sin Vanish, like January 16th. That's like a month ago, almost two. So why would they do that? Like, why would Bruce? Sure, that's my dog. Anyways, why would they allow him to leave during the middle of a press tour? Why would he want to leave in the middle of a press tour? Because you got to think about it, they're doing award shows, brand deals, fan signings, fan calls, tours, shows, concerts, all this stuff, merch drops, updates, all this stuff. They're in their prime. And right when they're in their prime, you know, just hit their prime, okay? Everything's happening for them, everything's going good, everything's going great. Heeseung leaves. Middle of a comeback. You'd think he'd at least wait until the comeback is over, they're on their little break, and he leaves before their next comeback. That's the logical thing to do here. Moving on. Hype is known for mistreating their idols. I'm gonna give you an example. Example A, New Jeans. New Jeans is a girl group. They were formed by Adore in 2022. I'm not sure of this. I don't know. I just asked my friend this. She's a big New Jeans fan. I really only listen to like ENHYPEN. That's like the only K-pop I listen to. But according to her, they disbanded in 2024, which would kind of be shocking because that would be just 2 years after they debuted. But I do know that they came out and spoke up about mistreatment. And if you're questioning, well, Maddie, ENHYPEN is under Hive, Belif Lab, and they're under Adore. What does that have to do? So if you didn't know, if you didn't know, Adore is a sub-label of Hive. Okay. So New Jeans spoke up about mistreatment. Their manager was grooming them. Not sure if that's true. Again, I don't keep up with New Jeans, but I heard it wasn't like sexually grooming. It was just grooming. I don't know. And then their manager also worked with Illit, so that kind of sparked copying allegations. So, now here's what happened today. This is the only update we kind of have, and it kind of breaks my heart. During their fan call today, Sunu was crying. Jay looked like he was trying his hardest to hold back what tears he had while trying to hype up NJeans. Jungwon said that he ate ramen for lunch, which I mean, cool, I guess, but you gotta also put into context that that was Heesung's favorite food. Maybe that's unrelated. I don't know. Nikki dyed his hair the same exact shade of blonde that Heesung's hair was, and I don't know if you guys remember his hair. I can't. Okay, there's two different hair colors that he was kind of switching between. It was the platinum blonde, like mullet, and then there was the black and white Oreo hair. So he went from like I don't remember which one he had last, but whatever one he had last, he switched it to Heesung length hair, blonde, same shade. So there's that. And then Jake and Sunghoon just looked really off, like they had been crying. Sunghoon looked way paler than he usually does. I wanted to note that. So that happened. And I just want to know what, like, Belif Lab is going to be doing. Because with the concerts in the past, like, if Sunghoon missed a concert or something, they would just, like, be quiet and not sing during his part or something. But here's the thing, Heesung is leaving the group, so what are they going to do? Are they just going to give someone else his part or something? Because it won't hit the same. Let me tell you that. That's not going to work. It's not going to hit the same. So, I don't know what they're doing, but Belif better have a plan for this, because I get Heesung's still making music, but like, and Hypen with all 7 members is kind of like a puzzle piece, okay? Like a jigsaw puzzle. Or like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, Heesung is that middle piece, okay? He's holding everything kind of just connects to him. Sure, the other pieces can connect to each other too, but he's like the main one. He's the one in the middle. Yeah, so go sign the petition that there's going on. I've signed it. I've had my friends sign it. My family signed it. Go sign that. Show your support. I know RK and Jeans are doing what they can. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was like 10 protest trucks outside Hive and everybody's leaving up their things. I know Jason and his mom were there handing out like hot packs and stuff, so that's really kind of them. Go show your support. Like, there's not really much that we can do as fans, but we have to do what we can. And part of doing that is raising like awareness of the problem that's happening. So that's part of what we have to do. Um, yeah. Okay, thank you, fellow Engines. Let me just say, and Hypen is like a really big part of my life. They've kind of helped me through a lot of stuff, and I feel like no matter how bad of a day you've had, you can come home, blast in Hypen, and you'll be okay. So I kind of feel like that's a big thing with that. So I love you, Engines.